This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and if you are like me, you have a busy schedule. So why wait around to get a prescription filled? At Medicap Pharmacy, we can call or text you when your prescriptions are ready. It's a free service that is available on request for any of our customers. Of course, we also have a convenient drive-through, free weekday deliveries, and free mail-outs as well. Just another great reason to make Medicap Pharmacy your pharmacy on Highway 6 West, Grinnell.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Question: why did you decide to run for House?
Not the first time I've been asked that, but a good question. Why did I decide to run for the House? A long time ago, like many of us in Powesheik County, I took a Powesheik leadership program. We had a chance to be at Des Moines at the Capitol, and I really enjoyed thinking about both sides of an issue. That's really where it started. We were talking about a gas tax for electrical vehicles, and really wanted to think of it on both sides of the aisle, and really come to a compromise and come to the middle. So after I had a little taste of that, I was kind of excited, but there's a lot more than just, that sounds like a great opportunity to give back to the state. What do I do? Met with some people in the county. How do we do this? And then it was actually the current minority leader of the House, Jennifer Confirst, who's the one who had several conversations with me and really encouraged me to run, but to run twice. So ran in 2020 and then running again today, this year. And then the other thing was definitely chaired a lot of school bond issues over the past, because I really believe in public schools. And I really didn't feel like they were structured fairly for our rural school districts, so wanted to be a voice, especially if someone's really seen from the other side of that, of how unfair it is to especially our farmers when we talk about new facilities for our schools.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and if you are like me, you have a busy schedule. So why wait around to get a prescription filled? At Medicap Pharmacy, we can call or text you when your prescriptions are ready. It's a free service that is available on request for any of our customers. Of course, we also have a convenient drive-through, free weekday deliveries, and free mail-outs as well. Just another great reason to make Medicap Pharmacy your pharmacy on Highway 6 West, Grinnell.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Polly Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, ASI Signs, Medicap Pharmacy, and our little bit longer one there, that's Sarah Smith, the House, running for House District. So thank you for those sponsors out there. And then also a shout out to our business card sponsors, ASI Signs, Turnkey Realty, Mayflower Community Homes, Kurt's Collision Center, Polly Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Medicap Pharmacy, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Real Estate, and then also Grinnell Firestone. Also a shout out to this year for sponsoring our scoreboard all season long, all sports long, all the way to the end of the softball season is Kurt's Collision Center. So thank you very much to Greg Heisselman for that sponsorship, and we'll be mentioning you quite a bit throughout the season as we go through every sport. Tonight in the booth, it's just myself and Chris Juni. So, Chris, you got the call tonight.
All right, thank you very much, Dan, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network on YouTube. Chris Juni with you here from Grinnell High School as the Grinnell Tigers open up Little Hawkeye Conference play, facing a very formidable and familiar foe in the Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. No longer the Phillies and the Mustangs. Both teams are just simply called the Mustangs. However, new thing about this is Dallas Center Grimes does have a new coach. Head coach Meg Jackson takes over in her first year. And they also find themselves, they being Dallas Center Grimes, the Mustangs, find themselves in an unusual position in the conference. They are, well, they do percentage-wise. No teams have played in the conference games yet, but if you look at the standings as they're posted on the online stats, Indianola leads the conference. They're 8-0 overall. Oskaloosa's 4-1. Norwalk's 3-1. Grinnell is in quote-unquote fourth place at 3-2. Pella's in fifth, and then all the way down at sixth place at 4-4 overall is Dallas Center Grimes. And again, it's just overall games and matches, but at least for this short time period, Grinnell can say, well, percentage points-wise, they're better than Dallas Center Grimes, which hasn't happened because in the history of volleyball with Dallas Center Grimes since they joined the Little Hawkeye Conference, Dan, Grinnell has not beaten Dallas Center Grimes in volleyball, and we saw the same thing last spring, or early this spring rather, when they played soccer, and of course Dallas Center Grimes went on to state that year as well. So a very tough, very formidable opponent. They may be a little bit down with a new coach in that, but I wouldn't say out. I think they're just kind of adjusting to a new system, and once they get things rolling, it'll be back to the old Mustangs of old.
Yeah, and Grinnell, they kind of had a rough start Tuesday night on our first live stream of the year with South Tama. I think it was kind of unexpected, possibly, because South Tama had one of their better players that was out. So I don't know if it was overexcitement coming into it that they just kind of were struck down a little bit. But then come back on the weekend and bounced right back. I think they had one match that they lost, but they picked up three wins overall for the weekend. So that's kind of a nice rebound. It gets some spirits back up in the girls and shows that the 2.5 weeks that they had practice before school started actually paid off a little bit.
Well, as we said, these teams coming in, as Dan mentioned, Grinnell had that very tough start, very tough match against South Tama in a game you heard 1 week ago here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network, as they lost 3 sets to 1 rather. And by the way, I do stand corrected. I found out that the individual contests in the volleyball match are not called games, they are called sets. So it is best 3 sets out of 5. The entirety of the thing is called the match. So just think tennis, and I'm talking to myself as much as I am to you at home. So get that cleared up. But Dallas Center Grimes, they actually are on a 1-game losing streak. They start off, they lost to Ankeny Centennial, who is a perennial Metro Conference powerhouse. No shame in that. Then they beat Carlisle, Mount Pleasant, and Iowa Valley 2-0, 2-0, and 2-0. But then they lost to Clear Creek Amana. Now, Clear Creek Amana is a very good club, but again, unusual spot for the Mustangs. They got beat 2-0 in that contest. Grinnell, on the other hand, has kind of trended upward. After that initial loss to South Tama last Tuesday, 3-1, they had the Grinnell tournament here this past weekend, and the Tigers went 3-1. They defeated Fairfield and East Marshall 2 games, 2-0, and then they beat Washington 2-1. Now, they lost to West Liberty in the championship of the Grinnell Tiger Invitational Tournament, but still, so they come in with a record of 3-2 overall, and Dallas Center Grimes is at 4-4. But again, first conference game of the year, throw all that out the window. Some bad news on the Tiger front. Of course, we mentioned last Tuesday, that one of the returners, one of their more experienced players from last year, Reagan Stensrud, who played a lot as a freshman. She's a sophomore outside hitter. She is gone for the season. Unfortunately, had an injury that is going to cause her to miss most, if not all, of the volleyball season. But also we learned tonight, too, that number 5, Kenzie McClellan, their outstanding sophomore outside hitter, who led the team in kills in that last match against South Tama, will not be playing tonight. She has a concussion. So, again, Dan, we talk about it in all the sports, next person up. I mean, that's why it's a team sport. Yes, it's unfortunate. I'm sure they wish they could play, and I'm sure the teammates and coach everybody wants them to play, but always, always, always you err on the side of caution, especially with any athlete, but especially high school. And so Kinsey is not playing tonight, so other people are going to have to step up, and we'll see how Coach Stensrud puts together a starting lineup. I did see her real quick, and she said, I don't have my lineup yet. And that was about 15 minutes ago, so I'm sure she's trying to tinker and find the best way once she can as well.
Well, and for a lot of times this is how young talents pop up, and I'm not saying it's good to have an injury, but there's a lot of times the competitiveness in a sport has kids that are just, man, if I only had my shot, Well, this opens up the door this year with the Grinnell volleyball team is having two key players now that are going to be stepping aside, that whoever's next in line, it's their opportunity to step up and shine and show that they can play just as hard as the person in front of them and earn that spot. And then actually, if it's in the case of McClellan, that's, it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, whenever they go through the concussion protocol, she feels comfortable to come back. Kelly Rose gives the okay that she's passed all the tests, and they put her back in the lineup. But in the case of Stensrud, that's an opportunity that someone else has that may have not had it, and they need to make the best of it for this year. So it's always interesting when someone gets hurt. I never look at it as being a bad thing, but more importantly as an opportunity that someone else is going to be able to step in, and it's their moment. If they were the number 6.5 person or the 7.5 person, now they got the opportunity. They just moved up that half spot. So that's my take on injuries.
No, I would agree with that. And, as a former coach myself, I coached basketball a long time. I mean, you never underestimate or never undervalue practice. Practice time is so critically important. But there's certain things you can't simulate in practice that happen in matches. Referees' calls, for example. The crowd, if you're on a neutral or an away court, they like to boo and yell and try to distract you with noises and other things. So those things you can't judge. So as a young team, you have to get focused and dialed in and block all that out. And now they know, well, we don't have Rachel, or rather we don't have Reagan. Her mom's there.
Yeah, her mom
Rachel's still there, but Reagan is not there, and now we don't have Kenzie, at least for this game. So we'll see how the Tigers set up and see who they start for the match. Again, Little Hawkeye Conference opener for both teams tonight here at Tiger Gymnasium. So glad to have you along on an absolutely gorgeous Tuesday evening. Matter of fact, it'll be pretty nice all week. Temps in the low 80s, lows down in the upper 50s. So very nice night for football. Of course, Tigers football team had a tough one last Friday. Took a little bit on the chin from Benton, but Benton was just a solid team. And, I listened to Coach Haddonfeld's postgame, and he said basically, we got out physicaled, and, we are not at the point where we can have mistakes like we did and not the other team's not going to take advantage of, make us pay for them. Of course, they go from the fire into the frying pan or vice versa. I want to phrase that because they go down to number 1 Harlan this weekend. That's on the road at Harlan this Friday night.
Yeah, and that's a fiery Harlan squad too, because there's the last year's champion that turned around, and they had a battle of champions. So Lewis Central, Harlan, they were both the champion spot of the season last year, and Lewis Central took the victory over Harlan. So you can't tell me they're not going to be a little bit fired up coming into this Friday's game.
Absolutely. Let's go through the starting lineups for the Dallas Center-Grimes Mustangs as we have turned in. Starting for them, junior defensive specialist number 2, Macy Riley. Senior setter, Jillian Jansen. Number 8 is senior outside hitter, Haley Leinbach. Number 11, outside hitter sophomore, Landry Glasgow. Number 20, senior middle hitter, Sydney Mintz. And then the libero is junior libero Addie Jansen. And then we have to wait and see. There was a game time decision on whether Madison Winnell, number 12, or Deja Jackson would get the start tonight. So we'll check that out as well. And again, Coach Stensrud did not have her lineups when I checked with her a little bit ago. So we will get those as we go. As you can see, both teams are being introduced right now. And not too bad a crowd on the Grinnell side here for the Tiger volleyball team. That's good to see. And, of course, Dallas Center-Grimes being about an hour away. Hopefully they're watching us on the Tiger Sports live stream network. But they do have a small fan base that did attend, as you can see over there. And Dan, at this point, Tigers improved. They really, I think, to a player would probably admit to Coach Stensrud, and maybe this is where the discussion went in the locker room after that game. All right, we know we didn't play good. Right? Would anybody disagree that we did not play well against South Tama? If so, speak up now. Okay, we all agree we didn't play well. I can coach, whatever, and you push it aside. And they did that. They won 3 out of 4 games Saturday against pretty tough competition in that Tiger tournament. So, they bounced back. They showed the resiliency. And, again, now another obstacle comes in their way with the loss of Kenzie McClellan. Now, we don't know if she was lost before that tournament Saturday or if she was simply got injured during the tournament. As we get ready to introduce the Tiger starting lineup, we'll try to get this going with our PA announcer, Dave Schaefer. Shiloh Smith gets a start. Sophomore outside hitter. Senior middle hitter Bailey Strovers is also starting. Ashley Hollingsworth, senior center, gets a start. Senior middle hitter Greta Dodd gets the start. Sophomore defensive specialist Kennedy Harms. Number 14, Olivia Renzi, the junior, gets the start. And number 3, libero, is Kennedy Stewart. So that's how the Grinnell Tigers go together for Coach Rachel Stensrud. We're now going to pause here on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network for the playing of the national anthem. We tell you that you are watching Grinnell Tiger Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. All right, time now for volleyball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. So happy and thankful for our sponsors who help us bring these broadcasts to you each during the volleyball season and for the home football games that we have on our schedule. Visit our website, tigersportslivestreamnetwork.com, for the latest up-to-date schedule and news and announcements. And a little bit of warm-up here, and we are set to go. And if you can't tell, the person up in the chair, the umpire, the official up in the chair, is a well-known name. His daughter was a Grinnell High School alumnus. That is Patrick Bolte, his daughter Lauren. I believe he has other children in school as well. And he is up on the chair tonight, umpiring this match. Just received his license, I understand.
Yep, first time. Well, I don't know if today's the first day, but good to see Patrick up there. His kids are all out of school. None of them are playing volleyball anymore, just to clarify.
There we go. Our next broadcast on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network will be September 13th when Grinnell hosts conference-leading Indianola. All the Indians are 8-0 and ranked, I believe, number 5 or so in their respective class. That's for volleyball. Then on Friday the 16th, Grinnell will be hosting North Polk at TT Cranny Field. And again, those games are on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. All right, the officials have checked the spots. Dallison and Grimes will serve to start this one off. That is number 12 back to serve. That is Madison Winnell getting the start. She is serving the ball, and here we go. Ball's in the air. That is long, out, and that's a point for Grinnell. And again, Dan, we talked about this. That's just free points giving away, and volleyball is unique in the fact that it's built, points are built on mistakes. Either the defense makes a mistake or the offense, and good start there for the Tigers getting that first point on the board. Ashley Hollingsworth serving for the Tigers. There's the bump, the pass by the Phillies. Kill attempt, that time by number 11. Landry Glasgow goes just long. Dallas Center Grimes wanted a tip, but none is called. And it's a point Grinnell. The Tigers lead 2-0. Hollingsworth set to serve again. There's a pass off of Glasgow again, and Tigers quickly up 3-0. Great start if you're a Tiger fan. Just what you want to see happen. Hopefully the Tigers can keep the momentum going against this Mustang squad under first-year coach Meg Jackson. There's Hollingsworth's serve. Just clears the net. What a serve. Dug out nicely by the Mustangs. Up now to Grinnell. Set by Hollingsworth. Over to her attacker. That was Shiloh Smith. Played up by the Phillies, or rather the Mustangs. Ball off the net, and it falls down to the point. Tough to dig one out of the net there. And the point goes over to Dallas Center Grimes. They get on the board 3-1. Just underway here at Grinnell High School Gymnasium. Chris Juni, Dan Walker with you on this Tuesday night. High school volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network on YouTube. While you're there, hit that subscribe button and like button, and we'll get you up to date on all the Tiger Sports Livestream Network broadcasting events. Service error that time, serve receive error. The ball went a little bit off the hands to the right, out of bounds, and point for the Mustangs. Serving for the Mustangs is number 7, Jillian Jansen. There's a ball over the net by the Tigers. Set up by the Mustangs. There's a free ball over. Set by Hollingsworth. Over to Smith. Smith tries to find a corner, and she does. It's going to go out and long. Nice placement that time by Shiloh Smith. Saw she could not get the full swing and take a full spike at it, but she saw the opening right there at the edge of the court and dropped the ball in play for the Point Tigers, and they lead 4-2. Now back to serve for the Tigers is number 4, Shiloh Smith. And that serve receive went off the libero, Addie Jansen, and touched by her. It goes out of bounds, and it's a point for Grinnell. Again, volleyball matches are best 3 out of 5 sets. Each individual game is called a set. This is set number 1. The Tigers are up 5-2. Smith with a serve. Bumped up by Jansen. There's the set. Over now to the attacker, and that's a nice kill that time. Looked like that's Anna Cantrell that's checked in. That was off a Tiger player. Would have been in anyway. Oh, no. Correction. I thought a Tiger touched it, but they said they called it out. Yeah. All right. That was out. So it's now 6-3.
Exchange there.
All right, Mustangs to serve. Back for them to serve is number 10, Kaylin Mills. Coach Jackson going to her bench early and often. There's a serve and serve receive error that time by the Tigers. The pass was taken out of bounds, and a point for the Mustangs. 6-4 now. Tigers with the lead. Mills to serve. There's a serve, a nice low line drive serve, dug up by Grinnell, set by Hollingsworth. Over now to the Tiger attacker. That was, I believe, Olivia Renzi that time. Free ball set over by Dallas Center Grimes. Set up for the middle and just dinked it over. Good placement that time. Olivia Renzi, the junior. Again, Dan, she could have swung at it, but she saw it, surveyed the court. You can see her take a look. She saw the open spot and put the ball right there.
Yeah, that was a nice pop to take advantage of that open hole right there.
7-4 now. Tigers on top. Tigers with the serve. Nice swing that time by the Mustangs. Wow. Sydney Mines, the senior middle hitter, had a big swing on that one. Put that one home. Again, aiming for that back corner where the two out-of-bounds lines meet. And she got there. It's a point for the Mustangs. They trail 7-5. Serve is up. Ball dug up. And technically goes down as an ace for the Mustangs. Addie Jansen, the libero, junior libero for the Mustangs, serving now. And the Mustangs close within 7-6. That serve is long. And to quote you, Dan, another exchange. I'll give you a point, or I'll take a point from you, then I'll give you a point back. 8-6 now, Tigers with the lead. Now Renzi to serve. Ball's up. There's a serve, drops in. Nicely dug up by the Mustangs. There's a kill attempt that time by number 14, Deja Jackson. Sophomore middle hitter. Checked in. Got the ball up and down. And a point for the Mustangs. Subs in now for the Tigers. Renzi out. And I believe, looks like that's Bailey Strover's back in for the Tigers. Ponytail obscures the number there, so we'll have to check that here in a moment. There's a pass up by Grinnell. Kill attempt that time by Smith, and they called a net violation on Dallas Center Grimes. Somebody was in the net, so it doesn't matter if the ball was out or hit. Once that is called, it's a dead ball. That's a point for Grinnell. Della Smith now back to serve. One of two Smith sisters on the team. Della, the freshman. Ball's up. Bumped up that time by Jansen. Way to the back row. This will be a free ball, which means there's no kill attempt, just a pass back over by the Mustangs. Short set to Grinnell, blocked that time nicely by Jackson. Up by Grinnell. This time trying for the back corner, dug out by the Mustangs. A kill attempt. There goes Jackson. Blocked back by Grinnell, and a point scored. Wow. Best volley of the match right there. 2 blocks, one by each team, but the Tiger block falls down to the ground, and they get the point. They lead 10-7.
It was just one of those you never give up, and that's pretty much the whole game of volleyball here.
And the service error goes long. So on the service error, the Mustangs do get a point. Again, subs coming in. Della Smith out. And Glasgow comes in for the Mustangs, and Jackson out. We'll check the number of the Tiger player that checked in. Serve up by the Mustangs. Pass up by Grinnell, set by Hollingsworth. Over now to Smith, and she finds a corner again. Just right down in that angle. Again, if you think of a square, you look in the corner where 2 of the lines meet. That's exactly what the hitters are aiming for. And all hitters are taught to aim right there. And both teams have found that corner, and both have gotten a point from it. And Tigers lead 11-8. Serve is up. Just drops in. Mustangs thought it was long. I think Coach Jackson might get a timeout here. Let's see. Yep. She is going to get a timeout. We'll take one as well. 12-8 Tigers on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza and West Finch Auto Plaza.
All right, back to action here. Tigers lead 12-8 in this first set. Serve up by Grinnell. Pass up by the Mustangs. Set over to Jackson, and she takes a full swing. Nice dig by the Tigers. Free ball over by Grinnell. Just good job getting the ball back over. Another set, this time a circle set, and it goes to number 11 again. That's Landry Glasgow, the sophomore outside hitter. 2 big swings. First one was handled, second one was not. It's a point for the Mustangs. It continually amazes me how hard some of these young ladies at the high school level can really hit the ball hard. I've watched collegiate volleyball, and I get that, and pro volleyball, but high school, it's amazing how hard they hit it. There's a play by Grinnell. There's a circle set that time by the Tigers. Greta Dodd puts it away. Couldn't tell if it hit the net, went over, or was partially blocked, went over, but nonetheless, it falls in on the Mustang side, and it is a point for the Tigers. They lead 13-9. Again, each game goes to 25. You must win by 2. Each set, rather, goes to 25. You must win by 2. And the best 3 out of 5 sets wins the match. Tigers up to serve. Hollingsworth with a serve. Passed up by the Mustangs. Swing that time by Sydney Mines. Dug up by Grinnell. They just couldn't do anything else with it. Good placement that time on the kill attempt by Mainz, and they get the kill. And Mustangs lead 13-10. What I mean by short set is that normally when you see the set go way up high in the air, well, sometimes the setter sets it just above the net, and the hitter can sneak in quickly before the defense gets set and hammer the ball home. That's a short set. Hollingsworth has to chase that one down. This will be a free ball over by the Tigers, played up by the Mustangs. There's a set, short set, swing that time by Mainz, and again, 2 kills in a row for the senior, Sidney Mainz. The Mustangs crawl back within 2, 13-11. Just get the sense a little bit of the momentum maybe shifting back over to the Mustang side of things here. Tigers need to dial in and grab that momentum back. There's a nice set by Hollingsworth. Kill attempt that time by Grinnell, and let's see. What are we calling? They're saying it was touched and then out of bounds. Okay, so it was blocked by Dallas Center Grimes, but the block landed out of bounds, so it is a point for Grinnell. No argument from Coach Meg Jackson. Of course, she's on the opposite corner where that happened. Shiloh Smith now to serve for the Tigers. Pass up by the Mustangs. There's a set. Kill attempt coming in there, and that is long as well. And that time the kill attempt just wide by number 7, Jillian Jansen. So just when the Mustangs scored 3 in a row, now Tigers have scored 2 in a row. Smith to serve. Serve is up. Passed up by the Mustangs. There's a set over for a block by the Tigers. Couldn't tell it hit the net or was blocked. Another kill attempt. That time's a free ball. That might have been long, but the Tigers reached out to touch it. Falls down on their side, and the Mustangs get the point. And they trail 15-12. Back down to serve for the Mustangs, number 10, Kaylin Mills. Serve is up. Bumped up, passed up by Grinnell. Set by Hollingsworth. Short set that time to Renzi. Renzi gets it over. And the pass back up, not handled up front by the front line of the Mustangs, goes out of bounds. And the Tigers get a point. They lead 16-12. In case you're wondering why when you see players just run on the libero, they don't need to check in and out. The person coming in for the libero, they can just run on the court. Otherwise, everybody else has to stop at the net and check in. Don't ask me why. That's just a volleyball rule. I'm a basketball coach.
The rules
There's a
are
set.
the rules.
Rules are the rules. There's a set. Nice kill by the Tigers. Played well by the Mustangs, and let's see. That time, going for the kill was Haley Leinbach, but she was too close to the net, couldn't do much with it, and she kind of tipped it into the net. The ball bounces to the floor, and it's a point Tigers, and they're up 17-12. Greta Dodd serving for the Tigers. There's a nice bullet serve. Just played back quickly by the Mustangs. All they could do now is set by the Tigers. Kill attempt that time in the right spot. You know, I mentioned, Dan, how hard the kills sometimes are, the hit attempts are. Timeout, we'll talk about them when we come back. Timeout Mustangs, they trail 18-12 on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate.
All right, Tigers forcing Dallas Center Grimes to take their second and final timeout of the set. They get 2 timeouts per set. And then Tigers come out of the timeout with a service error to keep that window open just a little bit. Boy, maybe mark that one right there. Tigers are up 18-12, and if they could have got a couple more points, maybe Dallas Center Grimes would have kind of went away. But a service error lets Dallas Center Grimes get a point. It's 18-13. Set by Hollingsworth. Short set that time, but misplayed by the Tigers. Not quite there in time was the Tiger hitter. Bailey Strowers, a little bit of miscommunication there. It's a point for the Mustangs. It's 18-14. Serve is up by the Mustangs, and it goes just long. That was close, but again, the Tigers let it go. Another service there by the Mustangs. And Tigers are at 19. Olivia Renzi, the junior player, set to serve now for the Tigers. There's a serves up, hits the net, played up by the Mustangs. There's a set. Kill attempt that time by the Mustangs. Blocked back by Grinnell. It falls down on the Tigers' side. Looked like maybe Bailey Strover's got a piece of that. Also, Ashley Hollingsworth was in there as well. Tigers get the point. They lead 20-14. Renzi to serve. Nice serve placed at that time by Renzi. She saw the hole there. She saw everybody was up. As you mentioned, down the front line was way up. The back line was kind of stayed back. There was that hole there in between them. She found it and point Tigers. 21-14. 4 points away from winning this first set. Serves up. Played up by the Mustangs. There's a kill attempt by Dallas Grimes. Bumped up by Grinnell. Kill attempt by the Tigers. Played up by the Mustangs. There's a set over to the right side. Again hit up by the Tigers. Set to Hollingsworth. Back row set. And that was going to be long, but the top Mustangs played it rather. Looked like it might have been long, but you can't tell. You can't fault the player for trying. Off the Mustangs' hands out of bounds, and Tigers get the point. 22-14 in the longest rally of the match.
It's one of those cases you never know. Are you going to be able to turn around and get enough of a hit on it to put it right back towards the net? So
short serve that time by the Tigers. A nice place, but there's that fake set. The setter, instead of setting the ball, just dinks it over, found the hole. Nice job that time by Jillian Jansen. The senior setter with the experience puts it down, and the Mustangs trail 22-15.
It's one of those, it was on the borderline of, I saw fingers go sideways.
And that's why they have the ball. We mentioned this last time. The ball has all those different color panels on it because it helps the referees decide if it was a two-handed hit or not. There's a great short set, and then the kill home by Bailey Strovers. Hollingsworth with a short set. Strover just hammers it home, and Tigers lead 23-15. Probably the best looking play of the match so far for the Tigers here in this first set. Long way to go. Best 3 out of 5 sets. Tigers serving. Played up by the Mustangs. Over now for the kill attempt. Nice swing that time. Haley Leinbach, the senior outside hitter, says, "Not just yet, Tigers. We're not gonna give you this one just yet." Point for the Mustangs, and it's 23-16. And she goes back to serve. Leinbach does, trailing 16-23. Serve is up. Pass up by Grinnell. Over to the setter, Hollingsworth. Goes to the far side to Smith. Smith tries to swing, gets it down. Couldn't quite get up on top of it, snap her wrist through it. Goes long. Point for the Mustangs, and it's 23-17. Pass up by the Tigers over to Hollingsworth. Over to Smith again, right back to her. Tipped by the Mustangs, played up by them. Here's a set coming to the left side. Dinked over. Nice attempt. Tigers got a hand on it, but again, nice play. Landry Glasgow, instead of a full swing, just tipped it over the net, up over the defense. Drops in for a point, and it's 23-18. 3 in a row now by the Mustangs. Pass up by Grinnell. Hollingsworth with a set. Over to Smith. Smith swings, and that is long as well. Tigers need to get a regroup here. 23-19 now. Mustangs serving. Pass up by Grinnell. Set to Hollingsworth. Short set in the middle. That time to Bailey Strovers. Found the hole in the back again, Dan. Not a particularly hard hit, but again, placement is everything. She saw the hole. She got it back there, and she was careful to make sure it stayed in. And it dropped in for a Tiger point, and this is set point for the Tigers. Looks over to see who to serve to, and the serve goes long. When I say look over the coaching staff, some of the coaches hold up a position. Volleyball is numbered positions 1 through 6 on the court. The coach will hold up fingers telling him, the server, where to put the ball. And then they do their best to find that opening. 24-20 now. Mustangs serving. There's a serve up. Played up nicely by Grinnell. Set by Hollingsworth, a quick set. Played up nicely by the Mustang. Another quick set back. Mustangs say, you do that, I can do it back at you. And they get the point, and now they trail 24-21. Things getting interesting here in this first set. Service up. That is long, and that'll do it. 25-21, Tigers take the first set. We'll take this break for our fine sponsors as we tell you are watching Tiger Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Let's tag on to that. So
Okay,
you're a proponent of public schools.
Definitely.
How will you support public schools going forward?
Yeah, the biggest thing right now that we hear about is I want to get back to our teachers. Our teachers have been under attack lately, I feel, and I just want to support them. They work very hard. You can't tell me you didn't have a teacher that meant a lot in your life. I certainly had many of those, and so I want to make sure they have appropriate wages. They're receiving the funds that they need to keep our schools strong here in Poweshiek County and Tama County.
Well, I know that education's always high on people's lists, but
Yeah.
you can't just run for office and say, I'm all here about education.
Right.
We're glad for that, but
Yeah.
what are your other key stances?
Yeah, this time, my key stances are based off of what I heard from people, talking with people, spent the last couple years having coffee with people, meeting people in larger groups, smaller groups, and what I heard was those other things that are my key stances are working families in general, making sure we have good daycare facilities in the area, in the state, making sure that we have good paying jobs. I heard that from employers as well, that they need workforce. And then, not surprising, coming off of some COVID years, making sure we have good paid leave for our employees as well in the state of Iowa. Also, I heard a lot about keeping women's health care strong and vibrant in our rural communities, especially making sure we have maternity care for rural Iowa. There's so few smaller hospitals that still have maternity care, so making sure that we keep that in the area. Gun ownership was a big thing as well. I definitely support an individual to own a gun, and through some background checks and through some safety protocols to own a gun, make sure we're all keeping safe. And the last thing I heard from a lot of farmers about really, of course, they believe in taking care of their land and in land stewardship. But right now, the current tax, if they take it out of production and into more conservation efforts, then it's not taxed at the same rate. And that is truly unfair. So I want to be a voice for those farmers as well, and making sure we're all doing right and really working on stewardship of our land, but also making sure it's fair at the same time.
Well,
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual and Sarah Smith for House. Thank you to all of our sponsors of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
All right, getting ready now for set two. Tigers take set one, 25-21 against the Mustangs. Referee getting the Mustangs back out on the court. And again, as some terms we talked about, you see for substitutions, the players have to come to the side of the net and wait to be acknowledged by the official, except for the libero. The libero and the player that replaces her can come right in. Tigers will serve. Hollingsworth will serve. Here we go. Set two on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Played it by the Mustangs. Kill attempt by the Mustangs into the net. Sydney Mines that time just a bit of a mishit and hits it into the net. Tigers get the first point. Just like in the first set, they lead 1-0. Long way to go here in this one. Best 3 out of 5 sets. Serve is up by the Tigers. Passed up by the Mustangs. Set over. This time kill attempt by Landry Glasgow. And again, if you can see that at home, she jumped up, but she was underneath the ball. She did not get on top of it. To get a visual of that, just hold a little ball in your hand and then hold it up high above your head, then trying to hit underneath it. The ball's going to go up and long, and that's what happened there. 2-0 Grinnell. Pass up by the Mustangs. Set. Kill attempt down the middle. Again, Sydney Mines. Mustangs changing the strategy up a bit. We've got 2 middle attacks here. And one from the left side. All three were hitting errors, and so the Tigers get the lead, 3-0. Hollingsworth to serve again. Pass up this time, a run back set. Blocked back by the Tigers. Again, right there at the net. Greta Dodd. Also, Olivia Renzi was there to push that one back off the Mustangs, and Tigers are up 4-0. Great start to this match, Dan, if you're a Tiger fan. Just what you want to see. They hung on, got the first game, find a way to win it, and now they're up 4-0 in this one. Again, long way to go, though. There's a set by the Mustangs, played up by Grinnell. Set it to Hollingsworth, over to Smith. Smith this time goes for the near corner. Libero was diving, Addie Jansen was diving, but number 11, Landry Glasgow, tried to tip it up off her hands out of bounds. Don't know if Glasgow or whether Jansen would have had it on the dive, but nonetheless, point for Grinnell, and the Tigers are up 5-0. Hollingsworth to serve. Nice serve by her, just over the net in a bullet. There's a short set, or rather a dinked set over, and that's going to be a two-hand hit called on Grinnell. Again, we talked about that earlier. The panels of the ball have different colors on it. It's white, and in this case, since it's a Tiger volleyball, the school colors are orange and black. And when those lines get spinning funny or it's not in a true spin form but kind of sideways, that helps the official call a two-handed hit. There's a knuckleball serve, played up nicely by Grinnell, set over by Hollingsworth, kill attempt by Smith, blocked by the Mustangs, blocked back by Grinnell, blocked by the Mustangs again. Now the Tigers just going to get a free ball over, and that's 4 hits. And the Mustangs are on the board with their second point and trail 5-2. Mustangs serve it up. Just a serve receiver at that time by the Tigers. Kennedy Stewart couldn't decide whether to play up or down. It was kind of right in the middle. Didn't know whether to have her hands up or down on that one. And the ball falls down to the court. It's a point for the Mustangs. It's 5-3. There's a short serve coming in. Quickly played up by the Tigers. Set over now to Smith. Smith on the kill attempt is tipped at the line. Tipped at the net. And Mustangs are saying it went behind the pole. And the line judge saying no, it did not. They thought it was out of bounds. If you can see, there's 2 long, thin sticks on either end of the net that stick up with red and white stripes. The ball must stay in between those two on the kill attempts. Otherwise, it's out. Mustangs claiming went behind it. But the referees and line judge said no, it did not. So it's a point Grinnell, 6-3. Mustangs now with the free ball. That one comes way long. Malia Carlson in now. Sophomore right side outside hitter for the Mustangs. Again, just did not get up and get on top of it to snap her wrist through. And Tigers lead 7-3. Shiloh Smith serving now for the Tigers. Pass up by the Mustangs. Played back. This will be a free ball over for the Tigers. Bumped up by Stewart. Set by Hollingsworth. Renzi with the kill. Tried a block attempt that time. It just tipped over nicely by Sydney Mines. She found the opening between the sea of hands there and got it to drop down for a point for the Mustangs. Back now to serve for Dallas Center Grimes, number 10, Kaylin Mills. They trail 7-4. Mills with a serve. Up by Stewart. Over to Hollingsworth for the set. Free ball over for the Mustangs. There's a set up. Kill attempt coming by the Mustangs. That was long. Mustangs wanted a touch. Again, line judge says no touch. And it's a point for Grinnell. I do like the way Haley Linebach swings, the senior outside hitter for the Mustangs. Really nice swing. Just not able to get him down, at least early on. Set by the Mustangs. There's a big swing by the Mustangs. Blocked by Grinnell. Played up by the Tigers. Over now to Renzi. Renzi tries to dick it over. Nice quick hustle by the Mustangs to chase it down. Played up by Grinnell. Goes off the beam. That's still legal. The Tigers swing. Played up by the Mustangs. Back now to Linebach. Linebach's hit goes long, just wide. Try to find the near corner, just wide, out of bounds, and point for Grinnell. Again, if the ball hits the rafters on your side of the court, it is legal to play it. There's a service played up by the Mustangs. Kind of a back attempt there. Sydney Mines about 15 feet from the net. The attack line there, that middle line in the orange off the net. There's a timeout Mustangs. We'll talk about them when we come back. You're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and if you are like me, you have a busy schedule. So why wait around to get a prescription filled? At Medicap Pharmacy, we can call or text you when your prescriptions are ready. It's a free service that is available on request for any of our customers. Of course, we also have a convenient drive-through, free weekday deliveries, and free mail-outs as well. Just another great reason to make Medicap Pharmacy your pharmacy on Highway 6 West, Grinnell.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Medicap Pharmacy. Also, a shout out to our business card sponsors, ASI Signs, Turnkey Realty, Mayflower Community Homes, Kurt's Collision Center, Polly Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Medicap Pharmacy, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance, and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, and Grinnell Firestone. Thank you to all those business card sponsors for making this evening of volleyball happen. Thank you again.
And when you frequent those sponsors and patrons, you give them your business, make sure you tell them thank you for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. All right, Tigers lead 10-4, service up by Grinnell. There's a kill attempt, that time by Malia Carlson. And again, just a little bit of mistiming on the jump. It's all about timing. The set has to be there. The hitters have to jump and time it just right to hit the ball at the top of its arc. It just didn't quite come together. Point for Grinnell. They lead 11-4. There's a set over now to Leinbach. Leinbach just has to get over. Free ball for the Tigers. Set by Hollingsworth. Renzi has to play it over. Free ball for the Mustangs. There's a short set. Mines tries to dig it up. Quickly covered by the Tigers. There's a setup. Over now to Silo Smith. Dug out nicely by the Mustangs. Nice diving play by the Mustangs that time. There's a free ball over. That was number 7, Jillian Jansen on the dive. Mines again tries to tip it over right to Renzi. She plays it up right by the net. Hits the pole. That is out, and it'll be a point for the Mustangs. Nice rally that time by both teams. And the Tigers lead 11-5 here in this second set. Tigers won the first set, 25-21. It's best 3 out of 5 sets. Serve up by the Mustangs. Played up by Grinnell. Short set by Hollingsworth. Over now to Dodd. Dodd hits it over. This time a big swing by the Mustangs. Played up by the Tigers. And that time the front line person got in the way of the libero, the defensive specialist, who's trying to, Kennedy Stewart, trying to get up there to get the ball up and blocked her off. Point for the Mustangs. Serve up quickly, and Addie Jansen serves it into the net. Another service error for the Mustangs. Giving that point right back to the Tigers, and it's 12-6. We mentioned earlier, the ball gets up in the air and hits the girders up at the top of the gym. As long as the ball stays on your side, if you hit it up and it hits the girders, if it's on your side, that is playable. You can still play that if it's not if it's not your fourth hit. Mustangs with just a free ball just to get it over. Tigers have a free set. Back set now for the Tigers. Over to, we have a net violation by one of the Mustangs, I believe number 14. Yep. Deja Jackson that time was in the net. What I mean when I say free ball is it's not a kill attempt. The players just have to pass the ball over, a nice easy toss over the net versus a kill attempt. And that's a serve error. Hustling back for the Mustangs, and they somehow get it in. Wow, what a play by the Mustangs. Tigers quickly back, and that goes long. Nice windup by Smith. Just long, great hustle that time by the Mustangs. That looked like the Tigers had a point, but they hustled it down, and Mustangs ended up getting the point. So there you go, 13-7.
That was incredible.
It was. Maybe that'll be the spark the Mustangs need to get things going. There's a short serve. That got the Tigers by surprise that time a little bit. Again, the service players saw the opening. That's a point Mustangs, it's 13-8. Conversely for the Tigers, the Mustangs just had a big play. You have to gather yourself and regroup and flush it and move on. There's a bump up by Stewart. Kill attempt by Smith off the Mustangs. Played up by Dallas Grimes. Over now to Leinbach. Leinbach tips it up and over. Tigers with their own play to get it up and over the net. Now a big kill attempt by the Mustangs. Played up by Grinnell. A tip by the Tigers. Played up by the Mustangs. Another kill attempt coming. This one's not quite nearly as direct and down. Set by Hollingsworth. Over to Smith. She tries to hit it again, but just a miss hit, and she knew it right away. She kind of bowed her head down and then taps her shoulder, says, "My bad." Shiloh just could not quite get the swing timing down. Point for the Mustangs, it's 13-9. Mustangs have 5 in a row here. There's a set by Grinnell. Dug up nicely by the Mustangs. Free ball back over to the Tigers. Stewart pops it up. Set up now that time by Ashley Hollingsworth. And again, right up into the net, hard to do anything with it. And the Mustangs get another point, and it's 13-10. There's a ball played up by Stewart. Over now to Hollingsworth. Back set this time to Bailey Strovers. And that is knocked down nicely, blocked by the Mustangs. Falls in for a point for Dallasina Grimes. And now Rachel Stensrud wants to take a timeout. 13-11, Grinnell leads on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza.
So, Dan, we talked about it earlier, Dallasina Grimes, that little rally there, that play that they dug that one out where it looked like a certain point for Grinnell. It was all Grinnell, and now Dallasina Grimes has ripped off 6 points in a row. It was 13-5. Now it's 13-11, and now it's the Tigers' turn to dig down and find a way to get out of this little funk. So we'll see if they can do that here as the Mustangs continue to serve. Ball's up. Stewart with the pass up to Hollingsworth. Over to Smith. Oh, that correction, that is, it's Della Smith on the right side. That was blocked back nicely by the Mustangs. Another point, and it's 13-12. Each coach has been forced to take a timeout already in this set. Each coach gets 2 timeouts per set. Each have 1 left. There's a play up by the Tigers. And that time, Hollingsworth was running for the ball and kind of had confusion there with one of the other Tiger players about who was going to take it. And it went off the Tiger player out of bounds, and it's tied up at 13. 8 in a row now by the Mustangs. Played up by Stewart. Up that time by Hollingsworth, and again, just not there. Back up into the net a little bit. Hard to dig it out. Another point, and the Mustangs, for the first time in this match, have a lead of 14-13. They didn't lead at all in the first set. They tied it a few times, but did not lead. There's a serve up. Short set to Grinnell, and there's hammered home. That's what the Tigers needed. Short set, ball just set just above the net, about a foot or 2 above the net, and the hitter comes in quickly. Bailey Strovers that time and hammers it home, ties this up at 14. Much needed point for the Grinnell Tigers. Adela Smith back to serve. Passed up by the Mustangs. Coming up for the set now is Glasgow. Played up by the Tigers. Free ball over by the Tigers. Mustangs with a set attempt again. This time a short set over by Leinbach trying to find the hole. And another dink over by the Tigers. A dink back by the Mustangs. Goes off at 2 hands and falls to the ground. And Mustangs take the lead back 15-14. Substitutions in now for both sides. And the Mustangs are set to serve with Haley Leinbach serving. Server's up, passed up by the Tigers. And pass goes awry, out of bounds. And point for Dallas Center. They lead 16-14. Leinbach serving again. Pass up by Grinnell. Over now to Shiloh Smith. Her kill attempt, pass back by the Mustangs and saved over. There's a set by Hollingsworth. Over to Smith once again. This time she tries to tip it. Dug up nicely by the Mustangs. Tipped over by the Mustangs. Back to Grinnell. They try to go back to the back corner, but the Mustangs are there. Here's an attempt from the left side, and that swing goes into the net. Landry Glasgow, the sophomore outside hitter, and she knows as she taps her head like, my bad. Just swung a little bit late on it and hit the ball into the net. And it's a point for Grinnell, and they trail 15-16.
The Tigers needed that switch over right there.
Strovers to serve. Up now for the set is the Mustangs. Played up by Grinnell. Over to Smith. Smith gets a big swing. Tipped by the Mustangs. Again, a short set. This time a kill back, but in position is the Tigers. Strovers was there. Over now to Smith once again. She tips it over. Played up by Dallasina Grimes. Set attempt from the left side. Tried to dink it over, and that time getting it done is Landry Glasgow once again. You can kind of see, Dan, the Mustangs are doing a lot more of the dink, or what I call dink hits. They're just tipping it up and over, not taking the full swing, but tipping it over the defense into the line just behind them and having some success with it as they're up 17-15.
It's almost like they've watched that whole first game to figure out how Grinnell reacts on every hit. And they're starting to see that sometimes there's the fallback and sometimes there isn't, opening that gap up on the floor.
Tigers try to return the favor that time. They try to tip it over themselves, but Dallas Center Guards blocks it back, goes off Grinnell out of bounds, and a point for the Mustangs. They lead 18-15. Tigers serving up. There's Smith with the kill. Blocked by Dallas Center Grimes. Played up by the Tigers. Hits the rafters. That's okay. It stayed on our side. Smith now with the kill attempt. Nice diving play that time. Haley Leinbach tried to hustle and get to it. Couldn't quite get there. And as you said, a much-needed point for the Tigers as Olivia Renzi is set to check in. Junior player for the Tigers. Goalkeeper on the soccer team. All right, Hollingsworth back to serve for Grinnell. Serve is up. Dug up nicely by the Mustangs. There's a back set to the Mustangs, and that goes wide, and yes, it was. Try to hit this near corner here. Not really the corner, but the near out-of-bounds line just behind the attack line. It was wide, and the Tigers get the point. 18-17, they trail. Hollingsworth to serve. Dug up nicely by the Mustangs. There's a set for a back set. It's going to be a free ball. Played up by the Mustangs. Set to Hollingsworth. Over now to Smith. She tries to take a swing. Tipped up by the Mustangs. Playable. Here comes the Mustangs just to tip it over. Played up nicely by the Tigers. There's a set by Hollingsworth. Over to Renzi. Renzi knocks it down, but Leinbach is there in the back row to bump it up. And it'll be a free ball played over. And that, the Tigers are just going to go after it, but you can hear her teammates. I don't know if they heard it in her mic, but you can hear it here. The teammates told her long, 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 so she ducked out of the way and didn't touch her. And a point for Grinnell. They tied up at 18. Just like in any sport, communication is vital, even in volleyball. Here's a pass up, set by Mines that time. This time the Tigers are ready for it. Set up by Grinnell. Free ball played over by Smith. And unfortunately didn't get her hips turned towards the net. And it went wide left, out of bounds, and point for the Mustangs. It happens from time to time, just the way your body gets twisted. They try to get their hips square to the net before they hit it, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, chasing it down. And that time it didn't work out for the Tigers, and the point for the Mustangs. Nice diving save by the Mustangs. Ball played up by Grinnell. Here's the set over to Smith. Takes a good hard hammer. Leinbach again in the back line, making a great play. Dug up by Grinnell, and that kill attempt by Landry Glasgow gets down. The sophomore hits it home. And point for the Mustangs. They lead 20-18. Haley Leinbach, the senior offensive outside hitter, playing back row on this one. She's telling Grinnell, not on my watch you're going to get those to go down. Made some spectacular plays on that back line, so does the whole Mustang team. There's a short tip over by Grinnell. Quickly back by Dallas Center Grimes. Off the backboard again, that's legal. Tigers played in. Smith with the play over. Short set to Mines, and she hammers it home. Tigers had success with that short set. Dallas Center Grimes says, well, we can do that too. Mines takes the short set and hammers it home. Point for the Mustangs, and it's 21-18. Mustangs now 4 points away from set point and tying up this match. Here's a serve up. Dug up by Grinnell nicely. Diving down low to get that was Hollingsworth, but just couldn't quite get enough on it. Tigers hit into the net, and we have a timeout call by the Tigers. 22-18, Dallas Center Grimes with the lead on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza and Grinnell Mutual.
Service up by Dallison and Grimes, this time played by the Tigers. Kill attempt by Smith goes wide, trying to find the short corner just behind the attack line. It goes wide, and Dallison and Grimes is up 23-18, 2 points away from winning this second set and tying up the match at 1 set apiece. Served by the Mustangs is short, bumped up by Stewart. Over now to Smith, takes a big swing, and that was blocked down off of Dallison and Grimes. She really got up high and got on top of that one. Hit it down hard off of Dallison and Grimes and straight down. A point for the Tigers. 23-19 now, Tigers with the serve. Shiloh Smith serving. Ball up by Leinbach. Set now to Mainz. Mainz hits it and it goes long. Again, Mustangs thought there might have been a touch there, but the line judge on the near side court said no touch, so it's a point Grinnell's 23-20. Smith with the serve. That's up and long. Set point now for the Mustangs, 24-20. And serving now for the set is number 10, Kaylin Mills, a junior defensive specialist for Coach Meg Jackson. Mustangs again 4-4 on the season coming in. This is the first conference game for both Tigers, 3-2. Ball played by the Tigers, set by Hollingsworth now. Over to Renzi, gets the kill up. Played by the net by the Mustangs, bumped up by Grinnell. Set up by Stewart. Over now back to Renzi, hits it over. Now Leinbach with a swing, and she puts it home. And there she is. Plays back line dance. She plays the front line, gets a kill. And the Mustangs win the set 25-20. All tied up at 1 set apiece. And we tell you, you're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and if you are like me, you have a busy schedule. So why wait around to get a prescription filled? At Medicap Pharmacy, we can call or text you when your prescriptions are ready. It's a free service that is available on request for any of our customers. Of course, we also have a convenient drive-through, free weekday deliveries, and free mail-outs as well. Just another great reason to make Medicap Pharmacy your pharmacy on Highway 6 West, Grinnell.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Ramsey Weeks Real Estate and Ramsey Weeks Insurance, ASI Signs, Medicap Pharmacy, and Polley's Pizza. Thank you to all of our fine sponsors of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
All right, Chris, Junie, Dan Walker with you here on a Tuesday night from Tiger Gymnasium. Opening match of the Little Hawkeye Conference play, Dallison and Grimes Mustangs versus the Grinnell Tigers, all tied up at 1 set apiece. Best 3 out of 5. Mustangs with the serve. Quickly served up by the Mustangs for the first time this match. The Mustangs get the first point of the set as a serve receive error, drops in for a point for the Mustangs. Haley Leinbach serving now for the Mustangs. Set up by Grinnell. Strovers that time, rather. Greta Dodd now circles behind the setter. Hollingsworth does a back set to her, and she puts it home. Off the block attempt, tipped by a Mustang player, falls to the court, and it's a point for Grinnell. Hollingsworth now with a serve. Ball up by the Mustangs. Short set. Mines with a swing. Partially blocked by Grinnell, and then not able to get to it was the Tiger defensive specialist. Falls to the ground for a point. And it's 2-1 Mustangs. Again, best 3 out of 5 sets here. This is set number 3, all tied up at 1 set apiece. So nice serve by the Mustangs. Kind of handcuffed the Tiger player that time. Kind of hit up. You want to hit it with your hands right above the wrists. And that time it kind of hit up on her forearm and shoulder, on her bicep area. Tough to control. And Dallas Center Grimes gets the point. Serve up again. Played nicely by the Tigers. Hollingsworth, a long run to chase it down. Free ball over by the Tigers. Set up by the Mustangs. Over now to Leinbach. She swings and puts it home. Haley Leinbach, the senior outside hitter, having herself a game. Great play in the back line, digging up things, diving for the ball, and then coming up and making the kill for her team. 4-1 Mustangs. There's a serve, and that's going to be long. Does go long that time, and point for Grinnell. We talk about it, Dan. A team gets on a roll, you're at 3 or 4 in a row, then you have a simple serve receiver like that, and people think, oh, well, it's no big deal, it's just a point. Yeah, maybe, but, those can add up, and not so much the points, but momentum can take it away. And as you said there, Tigers take it right back. Serve receive error. So a point for the Mustangs, and it's back to 5-2 Dallas Center Grimes. Now the libero, Addie Jansen, serving for the Mustangs. Tries to spin one in. That hit the net. And they're saying it hit the net and went out. It was very close over there. But it was ruled out, so it's a point for Grinnell, and it's 5-3 Mustangs. Greta Dodd serving. And another serve receive error for the Tigers. That's 2 in a row. Volleyball used to be played when it was first introduced, where the only point in time you could score points was when you were on offense. In other words, when you were serving. You can imagine games took a long time to play. So they quickly went to rally scoring, and that's become very popular. There's again that in-between serve. Now just handcuff the Tigers. You don't know whether to have your hands down below you or turn your wrists up to get them up above. Kind of right in between there, right at your face and neck area. Tough to handle. And a point for the Mustangs. They lead 7-3. There's a serve played up by Grinnell. Set up by Hollingsworth. That kill attempt that time. Again, cannot get up and on top of the ball. You have to be able to jump up, get on top of the ball, and snap your wrist through to get it down. It's a point for the Mustangs, and they open up their biggest lead of this match so far at 8-3. Prior to this, their biggest lead was 4. Now it's 5. Set by Hollingsworth. Short set that time. A little bit of mistiming between Hollingsworth and Dodd on that one. Again, everything has to go together perfectly, and Coach Rachel Stenzer, who's seen enough, wants a timeout. 9-3 Mustangs with the lead on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza. You join us on YouTube. Sorry, Chris. Just want to give a shout out.
Absolutely.
All of our live viewers right now. So if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and give us a like. If you're a Grinnell Tiger fan, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As Chris said earlier, you'll be notified every time we go live on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
All right, back to live action. Mustangs up 9-3. Serve up, played back by Grinnell. There's a kill attempt, played up nicely by the Mustangs. Free ball over for the Tigers. Have a chance here. Short set by the Tigers and hammered home that time. Olivia Renzi. No mistiming on that one, Dan. Timing was right there between her and Hollingsworth. Got the kill down, and Tigers at the point, 9-4. A much-needed point, I might add. Of course, you at home are going, well, of course, Chris, all points are needed. And that's true. They're all, but that was especially a big one because you don't want to get too far behind in a volleyball match or any sporting contest for that matter. Served by the Grinnell Tigers. Played in on that time nicely, and Linebach gets it down. That's the experienced player right there. If you could see, she had her back arched. She didn't get on top of it, but she was able to snap her wrist to get some topspin on it. It looked like when she first hit it, it was going to go long, but she aimed it right for that back corner, and it dropped in and got the point for the Mustangs. Tigers up now on offense. There's a kill attempt that time. Looked like Strovers went to jump up and maybe kind of stumbled a bit, but she still got enough on it to get it off the block and drop in for a point for Grinnell. Then it's 10-5. Wow. It's a nice play there by the Tigers. Renzi to serve. Up by the Mustangs. Swing that time by Landry Glasgow, played up by Grinnell. Played back, going to be a free ball and just not hit quite right. A little bit of a miss hit for the Tigers to get it over. It's a point for the Mustangs. 11-5. After this, we take a break a bit on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Our next broadcast will be 2 weeks from tonight. It'll be volleyball once again as the Tigers will host the Indianola Indians in Little Hawkeye Conference play. Game time 7:15 on September 23rd, or September 16th rather, 2 weeks from tonight on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Back to live action. Serve up by the Mustangs. Played over by Grinnell. Back by the Mustangs. There's a kill attempt by the Tigers. Hollingsworth, the setter, instead of setting it, she just went for the kill. Tips it off a Mustang player, goes out of bounds, and a point for Grinnell. So Tigers, again, get a much-needed point there. And they trail 11-6. Serve out now by the Tigers, played up by the Mustang. There's a set attempt by Mites. Mites thought there's a tip. If you see players hold their hand above the head with like two fingers, that's the signal for they thought it was tipped. Officials and line judges say no, it was not, and Tigers close the gap to 11-7. Serve up by Grinnell. Tipped up by the Mustangs. Play over by Glasgow. Free ball for Grinnell. And a free ball back by the Tigers just to get it up and over. Set by Jansen. And that time attempt by Glasgow. Tried to tip it over, but she's a little bit far behind the line and didn't quite get enough on it. It hit the net, dropped down, and Grinnell gets a point, and it's 11-8. Obviously a key game or key match here, key set here. Yeah, third time's a charm, I'll get it. Because you win this and you go up 2-1, and they just need one more set to get the match. There's a nice set, and kill that time by Mites. Played up nicely by Grinnell. Here comes Smith on the kill attempt. Block back by the Mustangs. This time Smith tips it over. She says, all right, you blocked me once on a normal swing. This time I'm going to tip it up and over the defense. Gets it to drop in for a point. The Tigers close to 2, 11-9. Good recognition that time by the Tigers. And good defense by Dallison and Grimes. Just a little bit better offense by the Tigers. Dodd with the serve. Passed up by the Mustangs. Set. Goes to Mites. And just like that, Mites, senior middle hitter, gets the ball up and down, and a point for the Mustangs. Malia Carlson, right side outside hitter sophomore, checks in for the Mustangs. Back now to serve. Number 7, Jillian Jansen. Set to Hollingsworth. Tipped up and over, that time by Renzi, played up nicely by Jansen. There's a swing and a kill attempt by Malia Carlson. Again, Mustangs calling, they said they wanted a tip, meaning they thought one of the Grinnell defenders tipped the ball. Referee and line judges said no, they did not, so it's a point for Grinnell. 12-10. Tigers trying to dig back and get this one evened up. During this run by the Mustangs, this is as close as Grinnell's gotten, is 2. There's a nice play by Mines. Nice diving save by Hollingsworth, tipped up by Grinnell. Over now to Renzi, and her attempt is, I believe it hit the net, wasn't blocked, hit the net, and drops in for a point for the Mustangs. Tigers won the first set, 25-21. Dallas Center Grimes won the second set, 25-21. So we're all tied up at 1 set apiece. It is best 3 out of 5 sets. If we do get to a 5th set, they play to 15. You must win each set by 2 points. Hollingsworth now with a set. Over to Smith. Smith turns, swings on it. The correction, that was Bailey Strovers that time. Or Greta Dodd, rather, from the left side. Again, didn't get her hips square to the net. Ball goes wide, and it's a point for the Mustangs. Up to Dodd again. This time all she needs is tip it over. Nicely done. Leinbach gets a piece of it. Tips it up. Mustangs play it back. Set up now by Stewart. Over now to Renzi. Played up by the Mustangs. Here comes Leinbach coming in. Blocked down by Grinnell and in play. Couldn't tell who got the block. The official's in my way. We're going to give it to Greta Dodd there in the middle. Solid block by the Tigers on Leinbach, which that doesn't happen that often. That's the first block against her tonight. Tigers get the point. They trail 14-11. Wow. Shiloh Smith with the serve. Just gets that one to go in. Line judge thought about it for just a half second, but then snapped the flag down for in. And again, Tigers close to within 2 at 14-12. Trying to get over the hump and tie it up and get the lead back. Here comes a serve from Smith. Played up nicely by Jansen. Up now to Mines. Mines with a big swing. Dug up nicely by Grinnell. There's a bump up. And Renzi with a hit. Renzi gets it back. Hit over by the Mustangs. Close to the net. Played up by Grinnell. Hodgworth with a hit. And that time falling, stepping away from it was Della Smith. Couldn't quite get any momentum on it. And goes out and point for the Mustangs. Lots of good hustle play on both sides. Both coaches have to be pleased with the hustle and the diving attempts by both teams here. Hollingsworth with a set. Over to Renzi. She gets it down. Knocked up by the Mustangs. There comes Glasgow. Let's see. Okay, I thought they blew a whistle. I thought we might have had a net violation, but no. Deja Jackson, rather, with a kill for the Mustangs. And quickly, it was 14-12. Now it is 16-12. Mustangs with the lead. Jansen back to serve. Bumped up by Stewart. Set to Hollingsworth. Nice big swing that time. Della Smith, the freshman, unloads on the ball. Wow. Puts it home. Leinbach is good, but that one was just to her right and kind of tipped off of her. It's a point for Grinnell.
A little heat on that one.
That was the fastball, no doubt about it. There's a play up. Leinbach just to hit it over. Free ball for Grinnell. Set Hollingsworth. This time she does a quick set. Going back over, but nicely done. Played the back line by Grinnell. Carlson with a kill attempt. Blocked back by Grinnell. Mustangs play it up. Now it'll be a free ball for Grinnell. Here comes a set over now to Renzi. Renzi tries to find the hole. She drops it in there. Olivia Renzi, the junior. Again, it's not always about velocity. It's about ball placement. And she took a peek before she went up, but she saw the hole there, so she just pushed it right to that hole. And it dropped in. And once again, Tigers close to 2, 14-16. The fourth time they've been within 2 points. Let's see if they can get past that, get it to 1, or even tie it. Renzi with a kill attempt. Blocked back by the Mustangs. Played up by Grinnell. But nice block there. Looks like Carlson and also Jackson went on that block for the Mustangs. And just as I say that, my broadcasting jinx kicks in. And we go from 2 down to 3 down. Mustangs lead 17-14. Got to learn not to do those things. All right, Mustangs set to serve here. Nice bullet serve by the Mustangs. Played up by Grinnell, set by Hollingsworth. Tipped up and over by Grinnell, but again, a net violation. Yeah, you can see Shiloh Smith tried to stop her momentum, but it's just hard to put the brakes on. She touched the net. That's a violation. A point for the Mustangs. 18-14 now. Dallas Center Grimes with a lead. Mustangs serving. Played up by Stewart. Bumped up by Grinnell. That's going to go out of bounds. And another point now to the Mustangs. Coach Stensrud does have 1 timeout left for this set. Each team gets 2 timeouts per set. They don't carry over, so they either use it or lose it. See what shakes here. Mustangs with a serve. Somehow Renzi gets it up and over. Nope, they ruled it out. It went past the pole. And it's 20-14 now. Mustangs with the lead. Again, all tied up at 2 sets apiece. Grinnell won the first set. Mustangs won the second one. This is the third set. Short set now to Hollingsworth. She tips it up and over. Grinnell does. Again, miscommunication, but the Tigers get it over. This time, Glasgow gets the set and, or rather, correction, Haley Leinbach. I'll get it right the third time. Haven't struck out yet. I get to 3, but then I get it corrected usually. 21-14 now. Mustangs with the lead. Played up by the Tigers. Set to Hollingsworth. Short set that time. Tipped up and over by Grinnell. Played by the Mustangs. Set back to Leinbach. Leinbach gets it up. Nice diving save by Stewart. Ball's up. A free ball by Grinnell. Again, a back set that time. Tipped up and over by Grinnell. Played up by the Tigers. And a free ball over by Grinnell. Back to the Mustangs. Here comes Leinbach with a kill. Blocked back by Grinnell, but it goes out. Renzi had the block, was right there, but the ball lands out of bounds. And it's a point for the Mustangs, and it's 22-14. One of the longer rallies of the match. Mustangs to serve. Serve is up, and that drops in. Tough serve there. Macy Reiling, junior defensive specialist, has a knuckleball. And just like in baseball, that ball does funny things there, kind of bends and weaves. It's hard to get a read on it. Drops in for a point. It's 23-14. This time the serve is more up in the air. Pass up by the Tigers. Played down by Jackson. Deja Jackson's her name. No relation to the Deja Jackson of the Tigers that went through school here about 5 or 6 years ago. Set point now for the Mustangs, 24-14. There's a serve up. Played up by Grinnell. Set over to Hollingsworth. Kill attempt coming by Grinnell. That time tipped. Nope, they call a net violation on the Tigers. That's a point for the Mustangs. And that should do it. To 25-14, the Dallas Center Grimes gets the win. They lead 2-1. You're watching volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and if you are like me, you have a busy schedule. So why wait around to get a prescription filled? At Medicap Pharmacy, we can call or text you when your prescriptions are ready. It's a free service that is available on request for any of our customers. Of course, we also have a convenient drive-through, free weekday deliveries, and free mail-outs as well. Just another great reason to make Medicap Pharmacy your pharmacy on Highway 6 West, Grinnell.
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance, and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate.
I'm rubbing off on you, Dan. I'm sorry about that. My black cloud of mispronunciations and fumbles is clouding your normally good broadcasting. All right, fourth set now. Mustangs lead 2-1. Again, best 3 sets out of 5. So obviously if Dallas Center Grimes gets this one, they will win the match 3-1. If the Tigers get it, The match will be tied at 2 apiece. We'll go to a 5th set. As you said, those only played to 15. And they will switch sides halfway through. So, but we'll cross that bridge, as they say, when we come to it. Tigers got to get to that 5th set. And this is a time now where, if you're Tigers and you challenge yourself and you challenge your teammates and you just challenge everybody, say, hey, we can hang with these guys. Dallas Center Grimes traditionally very, very good. They've been to state volleyball before. Bit of a rebuilding year with a new coach and everything. But this is where, as players, you got to stand up and challenge yourself and get back at it, get some energy, get some zip, and get this thing squared away. And then who knows in that 5th set what may happen. And it suddenly got very quiet here in the gym. I'm not sure what happened there, but there was a pause while we started. So, all right, Tigers to serve. Here we go in the 4th set. Bumped up by the Mustangs. Set over. Now is Landry Glasgow, and just like that, Glasgow gets it down. And point for the Mustangs. Tigers got to find a way to dig down deep and get some juice, get their mojo or energy or vibe or whatever it is you want to call it, get it back. Because it's not there right now. Hollingsworth now with a set. Over now to Smith from the right side. Bumped up nicely by the Mustangs. Looked like it hit her off the face. Obviously didn't. And it's Smith now with the kill attempt. Tipped up and blocked by the Mustangs. And we have a net violation on Dallas Center Grimes. Patrick Bolte, our chair umpire, calls the net violation. And it's a point for Grinnell. It's all tied up at 1 apiece. So Tigers are serving here. Shiloh Smith with a serve. Ball up. Played up by Leinbach. Over now to Mainz. Mainz in the middle gets it tipped up by the Grinnell. Played back by the Tigers. Again, a set attempt. Going on the right side this time. Tipped by the Tigers. That time, Jillian Jansen, instead of a full swing, just decided to tip it up over the defense to drop it in behind him. Tigers got a piece of it, but could not get the rebound, so to speak, or the play off the tip. And it's a point for the Mustangs. They lead 2-1. Mustangs up 2-1 here in this match. Opening Little Hawkeye Conference match for both teams here on the Tiger Sports live stream network on YouTube. There's a serve receiver by Grinnell. The pass goes out of bounds, and a point for Grinnell. I should say out of bounds, not bounce. I said out of bounds, I believe. My wife, the teacher at home, is going, shaking her head, saying it's bounds, not bounce. All right, played up by the Tigers. There's a set by Strovers. Kill attempt by Smith, played up by the Mustangs. Kill attempt back. Leinbach coming in swinging. Big swing. Haley Leinbach, again, just having herself a game and a match, for that matter. The senior puts it home, and it's 4-1 Dallas Center Grimes. You can definitely sense the old momentum has shifted squarely over to the Mustang side. Tigers got to dig down and get it back. Set by Hollingsworth. Short set that time. Again, timing off between Hollingsworth and Dow. Played back by the Mustangs. There's a kill attempt by Smith, but that goes wide. Della Smith, the freshman. Nice swing. Nice idea. Just a little wide. It's a point for the Mustangs. They lead 5-1. Mustang serve is up. Line drive serve. Played up nicely by Stewart. Set by Hollingsworth. Over to Smith. Or rather Renzi. Again set by Hollingsworth. Back to Smith. Smith tries to get the swing. Bumped up by Mainz. And big swing that time by Glasgow. Played nicely by the Tigers. Ball still going. Here's a free ball over by Grinnell. Tigers regroup. And there comes the attack by the Mustangs. Mainz with a tip over. Dug out nicely by the Grinnell. Played back by the Mustangs. Leinbach swings. Stewart with a dig, and there's a tip over by the Mustangs. Up and over the net by the Tigers. Nice play to hustle and keep it going. The longest round of the match so far. Here comes Renzi, played up, blocked back. But instead of blocking it back, they say it was hit into the net by Grinnell. And that's 4 hits, and that's a point for the Mustangs. Still, though, nice rally there by the Tigers. Lots of good fight there, and both teams not giving up. Dallas Center Grimes happens to get the point, and it's 6-1. Played up by Grinnell. Kill attempt coming by the Tigers. Tipped up and over the block by the Tigers. Mainz now with a kill attempt. Hollingsworth with a set back to Smith. Smith with a good swing. Tips it off a player, then off of Jansen, who immediately taps her shoulder and says, my bad, my bad. And Tigers finally break that string, get a point, and it's 6-2. Mustangs have scored 5 in a row after it was 1-1. So Tigers back to serve now. Greta Dodd with the serve. Up and over. Played by Leinbach. Swing by Mainz. Blocked back by Grinnell. Stayed on the same side. Now Leinbach comes in. Big swing by her. Tipped up and out. Grinnell, nice play. But reaching over the net that time. Might have been, nope, they didn't call it, so good clean play. I thought for a second the offensive player reached over the net to bat the ball down. You can't do that. You have to wait till it clears the net. It clears the net and it gets on your side. And a point for the Mustangs. They lead 7-2. Nice play by Dallasina Grimes. There's a short set by Grinnell, handled this time by the Mustangs. Leinbach with a kill attempt, blocked by Grinnell, still dug up and out. Somehow Jansen gets down and gets underneath it, and we're still playing. Set up attempt by the Tigers. And Smith that time hits it. Was it tipped? Yes, the officials say it was, so we play on. Renzi tries to go for the back corner, and just like that, Jansen knew it. It's one of those, she turned and looked and saw, oh no, and she was supposed to be in that hole. And again, Renzi finds the spot, puts it down, and the Tigers get the point. They trail 7-3. Two very long, fun rallies in this set so far. Dallasina Grimes leads 2-1. Best 3 out of 5 sets. Tigers serving. Strovers with a serve. Nice bullet serve. Quickly set to the middle. Jackson with a kill attempt. Played up by the Tigers. Over now to Smith. Smith tries to put it down. Bumped up by the Mustangs. And then there's Haley Leinbach, doing what she has done all night long. She's had one miss that I can remember on the night. Plays back row. Plays front line. Gets a good kill. Gets the point down. And Mustangs lead 8-3. Wow. Now junior defensive specialist Macy Reiling into serve. She was one who had the long serve stance in the third set for the Tigers. Or rather for the Mustangs. Served like 9 or 10 points in a row. Got the Mustangs a big lead. And they went on to win that set. But not that time. Played back nicely by Grinnell. And a miss hit by the Mustangs. The ball drops down. And Tigers get the point. And they trail 8-4. Tigers to serve now. Della Smith with a serve. Played up Jackson with a kill attempt. Off the block. Tigers were up there but just didn't get the hand square. And sometimes even when you get the hand square, the ball still goes off. Hard to tell from here. But nonetheless, off a Tiger out of bounds and a point for the Mustangs. Volleyball more than any other sport, it's such a quick turnaround from a point and a mistake. You have to be able to what they call flush it or put it behind you right away because you literally have about 10 or 15 seconds and the next point started. So you cannot dwell on it. You can't think about it. You can't let it affect you. You got to put it out of your mind and keep on playing. That time a serve error by the Mustangs. The serve was long, gives a point to Grinnell, and it's 9-5. Tigers serving. Bumped up by Jansen. Attempt now by Landry Glasgow. Glasgow, nice-looking sophomore. A couple of nice-looking sophomores on there. Deja Jackson's looked good as well. And Malia Carlson also looked very good for the Mustangs tonight. 10-5 now, they lead. Mustangs up 2-1. They win this set, they win the match. Mustangs with a serve. Bumped up by the Tigers. Short set to Hollingsworth. Tries to tip it over. Mustangs literally get it. This time, Kaylin Mills. Wasn't so much a kill attempt, just tapped the ball again. Took a peek, saw the opening, and put the ball right where they needed to. It's a point for the Mustangs, and they lead 11-5. Tigers in danger here, letting this one slip away. Trying to dig down and get that momentum back. Serve receiver played up by Grinnell. Just a tough spot to be in. The ball went straight up, and Tigers cannot reach it. It's a point for the Mustangs. 12-5 now. Dallasina Grimes with the lead. Must win by 2 in volleyball. Here's the serve. Nice, beautiful serve. Low line drive just over the net. Dug up nicely by Grinnell. There's a kill attempt by Shiloh Smith. Goes off the Mustang players out of bounds. And Tigers finally stop that flow there. And they get a point. And it's 12-6. Mustangs have scored 5 in a row there. It was 7-5, and now it's 12-6. Tigers now with the serve, hoping to get a serve string of their own going. Ashley Hollingsworth, senior setter, with a serve. Mustangs play it up. This time ball tipped up and back, and Hayden Leinbach just trying to get it over, but gets the ball to come down off a Tiger player, goes out of bounds. That's a point for the Mustangs. So the Mustangs now up 7, 13-6 here in this fourth set. Hollingsworth with a short set to Renzi, and let's see, it goes long. Nobody touched it. And again, just the timing was just a bit off on that. And Mustangs get the point. They're up 14-6. Tigers in danger of letting this one get away. Got a rally right here. There's a kill attempt by Grinnell. Bailey Strovers, or rather check that, Greta Dodd with the kill. Mustangs did to block it, but it goes down on their side of the net for a point for Grinnell. 14-7 now, Mustangs with the lead. See what the Tigers do here. Served by Grinnell, played up by Jansen. Set over to the Mustangs, and that time the kill attempt by Glasgow goes long. Tigers, for the first time all match, get 2 points in a row. Or first time all set, rather. They've had that in a match. But in this set, first time they've scored 2 in a row. They trail 14-8. Serve up by Grinnell, played up by the Mustangs. There's a set. Over now, this time to Anna Cantrell. And nice swing, but just again, did not get on top of it, didn't get the wrist snap through to get it down. Goes long, and Tigers get another point. That's 14-9. Shiloh Smith to serve. There's a serve up. Quickly played back over by the Tigers. Ball bumped up by Grinnell. Hollingsworth with a set. Over now to Smith. Della Smith with a kill attempt. Played nicely by the Mustangs. This time played over by Glasgow. Tigers with a set. Smith again with a kill. Blocked off by the Mustangs and almost saved. Diving attempt that time by Landry Glasgow. And Mainz couldn't quite get it tipped over. And Tigers get the point, and it's 14-10. Tigers on a bit of a scoring roll here. Smith with a serve. Gets the ball up, played up by Glasgow. Here's the set, free ball over by Mainz. Played up by Grinnell. And the set coming back over to Della Smith. Della takes a swing, and it said it was tipped. So it doesn't matter whether it was out or not, or in or out on the length of it. Once it's tipped and hits the ground, the court is the point for Grinnell. Tigers coming back from, they were down 8 at one point. Now they're down 3. Smith with a serve once again. There's a ball played up by the Mustangs. Mainz with a kill attempt. Bumped up nicely by Grinnell. Hollingsworth with a set. Over now to Della Smith. She hits a nice swing. Nice play by the Mustangs. Addie Jansen gets it back, and let's see. Kill attempt by Mainz in the middle. Everybody stopped and looked at the line judge, and they ruled it out. And Center Grimes will take a timeout. 14-12. Tigers have clawed back in this one. They still trail by 2 on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza. Let's give a shout out to those business card sponsors while we're here. ASI Signs, Turnkey Realty, Mayflower Community Homes, Kurtz Collision Center, Polley's Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Medicap Pharmacy, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance, and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, and Grinnell Firestone. Thank you to all those business card sponsors on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
All right, after being down 8 at one point in this fourth set, Tigers have clawed back, and they trail by 2, 14-12. Tigers with a serve, bumped up by the Mustangs. There's a setback by Jansen. Kill attempt by Glasgow, played up nicely by Grinnell. There's the bump up and over. Now Tigers will have a free ball this time. Here's a short set up, and Mines tries to tip it over. Renzi bumps it up, set by Hollingsworth, and Smith with an attempt to get it over, and we got a net violation called on the Mustangs. They're kind of looking around like, who? Us? Leinbach, the captain's talking to her coach and saying, I was straight up, and let's see. Nope, I thought they were going to talk to the referee, but they're not, so Tigers trail now 14-13. Nice serve by Smith. A quick set over by the Mustangs, played up nicely by Grinnell. Set to Hollingsworth to Della Smith. Blocked back by the Mustangs. Mines tips it up and back. Tigers trying to hustle. They get the ball up, but I don't know if they can get it back. Nope. Not enough momentum to get that ball back. And Mustangs that time get the point and break the Tigers scoring string rather. Tigers have scored 7 in a row before that one, and Mustangs maintain the lead at 15-13. They are set to serve here. Played up by Stewart. Set by Hollingsworth. Short set. Tipped up by Grinnell. There's a set back to, that time it was Anna Cantrell. Cantrell just again hit the ball in the net. Couldn't quite get up on top of it. Gives the point right back to Grinnell. That's 15-14. Tigers have never led in this match, in this set rather. They serve. Bumped up by the Mustangs. Over now to Leinbach. When in doubt, go to her. Why not? She's had a great night. And that time, Della Smith could not get up on top of it. Get the ball to drop down. Her attempt goes long. Pardon me. Attempt goes long there. And point Mustangs, they lead 16-14. Again, if the Mustangs win this set, they win the match 3-1. Tigers win it. They tied up at 2. We go to the 5th set. There's just kind of a miss hit. Tigers may be fortunate there. That ball wasn't called a two-handed hit because it had kind of a funny spin on it. But it falls down, and Mustangs increase the lead to 17-14. Played up by the Tigers. Smith with a big swing, but again, just long. The goal of the hitters is you want to jump up, hit the ball when it's at the top of its apex, or in other words, right at the peak of its arc, and then hammer it home and snap your wrist through. All a timing thing. Sometimes that gets off. It's hard to get that back. There's a short set by Grinnell. Played up nicely by the Mustangs. Tigers, though, tipped it back. Mustangs are waiting for that quick hit back by the Tigers, but could not quite get it. And Cantrell gets it back into the net. Tigers get the point, and it's 18-15 Mustangs. Lots of action here in this 4th set. What's been a good match all night long here on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Glad to have you with us on this Tuesday night. Glasgow with a swing. But check that, Haley Leinbach. Guess who? When you need a point, you want to put the seal on the stamp on the victory, go to your senior Leinbach. She has had quite a night between digging things up in the back row, putting together a service string, and then getting some kills. She's probably leading the team in kills as well. Having a great night for the Mustangs. 19-14, they lead. Swing that time attempt by Grinnell. That time coming all the way around is Bailey Strovers, circling around behind the setter who does a back set to her. And the ball was tipped by the Mustangs and falls down. And correction, I said 19-14. It was 19-15. Now it's 19-16, Grinnell. Still trailing by 3. Della Smith, the freshman, back to serve. Ball is bumped up by the Mustangs. Over now to Jackson. She gets a swing, blocked by the Tigers. Setting over to line block. It's blocked down by Grinnell, but unfortunately it blocks down on their side of the net instead of the Mustangs. And it is a point for Dallasina Grimes. They lead 20-16. Served by the Mustangs. Leinbach with the serve. Tigers up short set that time. Again, you can see the mistiming there between Hollingsworth and Strovers. Pardon me. My voice decided to take a break for a minute. Can't do that just yet. 21-16. Mustangs with the lead. And there's a serve receive error by the Tigers. And it's 22-16. I believe Coach Stenzer is going to want and get a timeout. She does. 22-16. Tigers trailing on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza.
All right, timeout there by Coach Rachel Stensrud. Of course, Tigers tonight playing without one of their leading hitters, Kenzie McClellan, at least statistic-wise anyway. The outside hitting sophomore is sitting out this game due to a concussion she received, we believe, in the Grinnell tournament this past weekend. 22-16 now. Mustangs with the lead. Tigers on a short set, and it was tipped and still down. And just like that, you know, Dan, it's interesting when the Tigers have needed a point, when they've absolutely had to get something, it's like it's called almost to do that little short set to the middle, and they've been successful just about every time they've done that tonight.
Pretty much a quick turnaround, and Bailey Strover has been really good at that, finding that hole to get in there.
So Tigers now trail 4, 22-17. There's a setup by the Tigers. Over now to, this time it was Landry Glasgow, who's had a pretty good game in her own right. The sophomore outside hitter getting it down off the block. Point Mustangs, and they're 2 points away from winning this match. They lead 23-17, and they're up 2-1. Mustangs serving. Ball is up, and it just goes long. Wow, was that close. It's like on a baseball hitter, you know, if they have 2 strikes on them, you let a close one go, you're trusting that it's going to be called, and it looked like the right call, but still very close to let go. Tigers get the point, 23-18. Now they are serving. Hollingsworth with a serve. Nice bullet serve, dug up nicely by the Mustangs. What a play. Mines with the kill attempt, and she knew it right away. She hung her head after she swung. Just didn't quite get it down. Goes wide, and a point for Grinnell, and it's 23-19. Tigers trying to stay alive and claw their way back into this one. Pass up by the Mustangs. Set now over to Glasgow. Played it by the Mustangs, and that's 2 in a row. Ball kind of falls down, bounces off a couple players, hits the ground, and it's 23-20. Tigers digging down and finding ways to get it done. The coaching staff, it's great to see, our fans, great to see this young team dig down like this against a pretty good, a perennial power Mustang team. Tigers play it up, set by Hollingsworth. Over to Smith. Big swing, played up nicely by the Mustangs. Now back to Glasgow. She tips it over, bumped up by Grinnell. Back, and that hit the ground. No, Mustangs thought it hit the ground, but the referee says no, we're playing on. That was close. Dug up again nicely by Grinnell. That time it's touched back. Mustangs get the point. Bit of controversy there. The fans on the far side thought that hit the ground, but the referee said no, it didn't. We play on. Big point there. Lots of things happen in that one. Boils down to Tigers get the point. Now the coach is asking the captains to ask the referee what happened there. The chair umpires are explaining. In volleyball, the captains can address the official. The coach can't, but the captains can now. The coach, Meg Jackson, wants a timeout. 23-21, Tigers claw back into this on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual.
Try to unwrap what happened that last point there. First of all, the Mustangs thought the ball hit the ground. The referee said, in their opinion, it did not. But then on the point winner, the Tigers were right up by the net. They pushed the ball over the net, and the Mustangs are claiming the Tigers reached over the net to do that. You cannot reach over the net. when you push it over. The Mustangs thought the Tigers did that, but the officials didn't call it or didn't see it that way. And it ends up being a point for Grinnell. The Mustangs even had the captain ask the official for an explanation, which you have to do. The coach cannot ask, but the captains can. And Grinnell serves. There's a hit by Mines, played up nicely by the Tigers. Set over by Stewart, over now to Smith. She gets the free ball over to the Mustangs now. Over now to Glasgow. She tips it over, bumped up nicely. Tigers have to play it over here. They do get it over. It's a free ball again. Short set to Mines in the middle. Tipped off Grinnell out of bounds. And it's 24-21. Mustangs are at triple match point. Tigers have to win the next 3 points to tie it up, because you have to win by 2. So match point now for the Mustangs, and they are serving. Tiger fans trying to rally the team. Here's a serve up, played up by Grinnell, played backwards, up and in, and Tigers do get it up and over, but it hits the side of the net, or rather the stanchion up above, falls down. That is out, and the Mustangs, after dropping the first set, come back to win 25-21. So lots of good fight in the Tigers. Have not beat Dallas Center Grimes in soccer or volleyball, but gave a good battle tonight. And, you know, you never like to see a loss, Dan, but one thing I know that the staff, the coaching staff, and the players can take a look at and take away from this is once they watch the tape and the film of this, they can say, you know what, we can play with this team. We can play with these elite teams now. We have the technique, just a few things here and there, tiny little things, separates winning from losing. And to the Mustangs' credit, they got down that first set. They looked no energy. Tigers had all the momentum, took it right to them, kind of knocked it back on the heel. Same thing we saw at South Tama a week ago. Tigers took it to South Tama, but the Mustangs kind of gathered themselves, got it going. Tigers just could not quite get over the hump, and Mustangs come away with the win, 3-1.
Yeah, I think for the Grinnell Tigers, they start out with some positives, but it just seems like I don't know if saying the right word is to say that lack of conditioning, because I know these girls play hard and they condition hard in practice, but you could just see that the legs were not getting underneath them. And also we were noticing some of the sets just weren't getting to be where they were. A great example, Bailey Strover's, as tall as she is and as high as she could jump, the ball was coming short, and she had 8 inches. She was pulling back about 5 inches just to grab the ball. So, you know, those are just unfortunate things, and I'm sure that Coach Tinsler's seen everything that we saw up here, and there'll be corrections made just like they did going into last weekend with the home tournament. So, again, thank you for joining us on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. And if you're still on, go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to that button on the right-hand side. And thank you for joining us, Chris.
All right. That'll wrap it up here tonight from Tiger Gymnasium. Again, our next broadcast, we have a couple weeks off here. It's part of the Tiger Sports live stream vacation plan, I guess. We get right. 2 weeks off. And
unpaid, of course.
Well, yeah. Well, we can talk about that off mic here, but no. So our next broadcast will be 2 weeks from tonight on Tuesday night, September 13th, when the Tigers host Indianola in Little Hawkeye Conference Volleyball. And then that Friday, we will have the Tiger football team hosting North Polk from TT Crandon Field. That'll wrap it up here from Grinnell Gymnasium tonight. For Dan Walker, I'm Chris Juni saying good night, everybody, on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is a violation of the law.